it's awesome. So a few people I want to thank foremost for really making this happen is my mom. And thank you, Mom. That's about all I can say. Dad's with us, and we could not have done it without you and your belief in everything. And thank you for taking a plane ride to be here. It's a lot to
Hear,
us.
hear.
Somebody who's not here, but the Catamount construction team, Ryan is representing them. A few other folks from Catamount have been here. They helped me put up this building, my first development, and they were phenomenal, remarkable, and just teaching me a skill in my late 40s, and I can't thank the Catamount team enough. I want to thank Alexis, where are you? My assistant manager, for your belief in coming on board when there was a bunch of dirt in the ground, and it's great to see how you've developed this program so quickly. I want to thank Corey. I tell people that you can have a beautiful facility, but it's all about what happens in the pool. We could be in a dark building and without the best swimming instruction, and your dedication to making our instructors who they are, we would not have opened as successfully without you. So thank you. My team is incredible, and I'm just not going to go around and introduce all of you, but really to open up 4 weeks ago and now have over 200 students enrolled in our facility, going from nothing. It's about you guys, so thank you. The Streamline brand SafeSplash team has been remarkable, and their support. So Matt Paul and JCJ and everybody who's here today from Streamline brand SafeSplash, thank you, Jenny, and all that. Want to also thank Tracy and Scott Ray. Tracy and Scott are some of the first folks I met from Streamline brand SafeSplash. They are my inspiration for building this place, and we are so similar, and I can't wait to grow old with you guys because they're a lot of fun. They own the SafeSplash in Colorado Springs. If you have family members, please make sure they go down there. Want to thank my kids, Jack and Carly, for your support over the last couple years on this endeavor, and most importantly, my beautiful bride and partner in crime in life, Beth. Without your support and belief in me and not making money and all those things, look what we've got. So she always wanted a pool, but then after we had the roof on it, she said, I wanted a pool outside. So I screwed up again. These guys might have to cruise. No, you're good? Okay. Thanks for coming, guys. I appreciate it. But really, this is a remarkable day because I don't know what to call this wall, this window. And I'm going to say that over the last 4 weeks of having lessons here, there have been the most remarkable things that have taken place. I'll start with Rosalina, who walked in this door, 70-year-old woman, had never swam in her entire life, and she's taking lessons here for the first time. And that is remarkable. I think about little Isabella, who's 9 months old, and her grandfather, Norm, brings her to swim lessons. And the joy that Norm has on his face every Wednesday morning is phenomenal. He smiles like I've never seen somebody smile. I think about little Levi, who is so afraid to get in the water for the first time, had a traumatic experience, and he's 4 years old, and he's swimming, and he's laughing. I think about a visually impaired child who just gets such comfort being in the water, and then all these kids that want to be on swim teams. So we're really making an impact. And this wall right here, this glass wall, is like giving me, I've had more tears in the last 4 weeks than I think I ever have in my life. So it's really, really rewarding. How did we get here? Beth and I have now teenage kids, and growing up in the Midwest, we knew it was important for them to learn to swim. It's a life skill, safety, and we used to drive down the hill to take swimming lessons in Applewood from Evergreen, and to think about how important it was in our lives. We love the outdoors, we love the water. To get other kids to swim right now is remarkable. And there's such pride in being able to give back to the community. And I've made so many good friends putting up this building, from the Arvada Fire Department to my friends at Einstein's to Little Nick's, and people are just so welcoming. And I just want to thank everybody in the community who has invited us in as well too. So this is all, this is your home. This is not my home. This is the community's home. So thank you. And as our kids kind of leave the house in the next couple of years, and seeing all these bright young faces coming in is really meaningful, and how important activity is in swimming, and at least putting their phone down and iPad down for a half hour, and having parents smile and that sort of thing. To me, that's what it's all about, and I'm honored. So thank you, but most importantly, I wanted to thank Alexis for having Missy open our event. If you don't know, Missy Franklin is a 5-time Olympic gold medalist, correct? She holds the world's record in the, help me? 200 back. But most importantly, she's a Colorado native. Grew up in Centennial, went to Regis High School, and she represents our country. And I am so honored to have you here, Missy. Thank you. And what is even more remarkable to me is I've heard you speak on a couple occasions over the years with SafeSplash Streamlined Brands, and you are an inspiration. And what swimming has done to your life, I can't wait for you to share with everybody here. So without further ado, Olympic gold medalist, world record holder, best smile in Colorado, Missy Franklin.
To be here today. I came on as an ambassador for Streamlined Brands and SafeSplash about 2.5 years ago, which is hard to imagine, and the growth that I have seen in that past 2.5 years has been absolutely incredible, and it wouldn't be possible without people like Josh, without people like Tracy, who have dedicated so much of their life to making something like this possible. I'll just talk for a little bit. I love doing Q&As. Literally, they're my favorite things ever. So be thinking of questions to ask me at the end about absolutely anything. But I just want to share with you guys a little bit about why swimming is so important to me and why I feel like being an ambassador for SafeSplash is so important in Streamlined Brands. I've gotten this question a lot today. I started swimming when I was 5. But I was in the water a lot earlier than that because my parents are both Canadian. For anyone who doesn't know, I have dual citizenship. I'm Canadian as well. So they grew up there, and my mom didn't learn how to swim until she was in her 30s. And so still to this day, she's really terrified of the water. If we ever go to the ocean, she won't get in. She hates when the pool, she can't touch her feet. I mean, all of it. I tried to give her some lesson a couple of years ago, and it was, God, she's the cutest thing. I don't want to say anything. But it was we need to work on it. And it's something that's been with her whole life, right? And this fear of the water is something that she did not want to pass on to her children. For those of you that don't know, fear of the water is generational. It is something that is passed down from parent to child. And my mom did not want that to happen. So she put me in a Mommy and Me class when I was 6 months old, and we got in the water together. And I loved every second of it. I was laughing, imagine that, smiling, and loved putting my head under and blowing bubbles, and I just developed such a passion for the water and for the sport. So I started on my summer club team when I was 5, the Heritage Green Gators, and started my club team, the Colorado Stars, when I was 7, and just found that my passion for the water just grew and grew. And it wasn't just the swimming, it was my teammates, it was my coaches, it was developing relationships with people. I was learning a work ethic, I was learning about dedication and prioritizations. I'm sure a lot of you can attest to it's not always easy managing swimming and school, and apparently you're supposed to have a social life at some point in there too. And there's a lot, and I was learning all of this at an early age because of swimming and what it did for me. And so I went on to swim in college, and loved that experience of being on a team. It's always been one of my favorite things about swimming. But I think one of the most important things swimming has taught me is to believe in myself. And that was so crucial growing up and having this dream as a little 5-year-old to be an Olympic gold medalist. I literally have a drawing of me on a podium that I did in kindergarten, and never, ever would I have expected that was going to happen to me at 17 years old. And so to know as I was swimming and training, coming up through the ranks of the national team, knowing that I believed in myself and knowing that I loved what I was doing and that if I worked hard at it, and that if I made sacrifices, and that if I smiled and enjoyed the day-to-day process, that would take me wherever I wanted to go. And I never expected that to be on top of a podium in London in 2012 and then in 2016. But it has been such a journey, and now looking back on it as well, my career the past several years has been a lot different than the first 17, and I've had a lot more struggles and a lot more ups and downs, and I have learned so much about sportsmanship and about attitude, and about how important it is to have the same attitude whether you're getting first or whether you're getting last. And to always recognize that that's what's most important, is that you're being a good sports person, that you're being a good teammate. And I've learned so much more from losing than I have learned from winning. So all the experiences that I have had have really helped me develop into the person that I am today, and they haven't always been easy, but I wouldn't be who I am standing here today without them. And on that level, for parents, that's what your children are getting in there every single day. When you put them in the water, when you put them with an instructor, you're teaching them confidence, you're teaching them work ethic, you're teaching them that they can get in there and do something they never thought that they were capable of doing, apart from it being something to help make them safer in the water. Swimming really is a life skill. My coach used to say swimming is the only sport that will save your life, and it's the only sport you can do for the rest of your life. And that's something that makes swimming so, so special. So for you all to be putting your children into this, because it starts with you, it starts with the parent making that decision, is so important, and I am so grateful for that, and I'm so grateful to be a part of a brand that does such an incredible job and treats every child that walks through that door like they were their own. And that's what that's all about. And I am so excited to be here at this opening, to have another incredible school do all the incredible work that I have seen at other locations. And it truly is an honor for me to be here with you guys today. So thank you so much for having me. And I truly, any questions, as weird, as dorky, like anything, I love it. So if it's about swimming, school, life, anything at all, if you guys have questions, I'd be happy.